How are you?
Good.
I wouldn't ask. Wouldn't be too concerned about who's out here. It's kind of weird that nobody's here.
I know.
Even like Bob Dietrich or whatever his name was, the
Dietrich.
self-appointed lawyer.
Bob Dietrich.
Yeah.
You got a little hair. Red shoes.
Is it the man with one red shoe? No, actually, there's usually a few people here by now.
I'm kind of surprised too.
And even Rico, who works with me, didn't show up.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any chicken people here either.
Yeah, it's not on the agenda, but I don't see how that ever makes it.
I don't think it will.
Especially when our lots aren't big enough.
No, they're not.
Yeah. So if you get somebody that doesn't take care of their chickens and it smells like
Which they
crap.
won't. People can't take care of their dogs.
Right.
And you know what? They will draw, they'll draw predators. They'll draw rats to
Oh,
the chicken
there's-
feed. They'll draw, it's crazy.
Yeah, there's 2 hawks that fly around over our neighborhood.
I've seen them. I've seen them land on a squirrel in my front yard.
Yesterday, I was sitting by the computer, and I'm in the sunroom, and I'm looking out at the street, and my driveway's right here. I see the big shadow coming, and the hawk goes right between the houses. I'm surprised that its wingspan was short enough to get between the houses, because that thing's flown over my car,
Oh, yeah.
and I thought it was on Jurassic Park or something. And it's crazy. Things are huge, and they can carry a small dog.
Well, they usually grab squirrels or rats or
Yeah.
bunnies or whatever they can find, so.
Yeah, I noticed the squirrel's nest that was in our big tree in the backyard is gone now.
Oh,
It got destroyed somehow, because part of it was sitting on top of my car.
oh.
So I was like, okay, I guess the squirrels are gone. But they'll just make another nest someplace else.
Hey, I'd like to see something swoop in and carry off the deer.
Yeah, we haven't had too many problems with the deer lately.
Yeah, but, oh, we have. They're all over the place.
Oh, I know that.
so much as discuss it. Hi.
Who won the big raffle this weekend?
5 people. There's 5 people. So they split it. Nobody went all the way. So it still was,
They did on the $3 ticket.
yeah, one lady, but her number got knocked out.
I heard it was fun, huh?
It was fun.
Wasn't bad.
It was good.
Roast beef was really good.
What's that?
I will say that. Right.
We'll be done in 15 minutes.
We have a resident who's 46 I'm sure that's
Oh, I'm
the
sorry.
case. We're gonna have to do something. You want me to have, text me the address again. Yeah, and I'll get our guys on stand. Social workers maybe to pop in, yeah. So, she's got daughters in the area, but something wrong there.
Okay, stuff together.
Good evening. Welcome to the regular council meeting of March 20th, first day of spring. And would you please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, it's not my easy.
Clerk, call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Here.
Saunders,
Here.
Spinks,
Here.
Janutus,
Here.
Fluharty,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Cochee.
Here. Council, you have the minutes of the work session of March 6, 2023. Any corrections to that? Seeing none, can I have a motion for acceptance? By Smith, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. And you have the minutes of the regular meeting of March 6, 2023. Any corrections to that? Seeing none, motion for acceptance by Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Have no presentations. Old business, ordinance number 19-23.
Being an ordinance authorizing the city manager to enter into a contract with Best Equipment Company for the purchase of a EnviroSite Rover X basic system with an integrated lift and declaring an emergency.
Okay, can I have a motion for suspension by Spinks, second by Fluharty? Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final by Saunders, second by Asbury. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. This is, in short, the purchase of a mainline sewer camera. Currently, we do not have a piece of equipment like this. We either contract out with a private contractor to televise these mainline sewers, or we contract with Cuyahoga County. This will allow our crews the ability to perform that work, identify problems at a much quicker basis, and obviously save some dollars as well. This piece of equipment has a 10 to 15 year life expectancy. It's not something we'll utilize every day, but it will last, and it will most likely be outdated before we wear it out.
Any questions? Seeing none, call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 20-23.
Approving a community reinvestment area agreement between the city of Bedford and 14735 Holdings, Inc., doing business as Cleveland Tank and Supply, located at 15 Hemisphere Way, consisting of 5.8 acres of permanent parcel number 814-07-001, and authorizing execution of that agreement and declaring an emergency.
It's our wish to put that on second reading. I have a motion for such by Smith, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 21-23.
A similar ordinance approving another community reinvestment area agreement between the city of Bedford and Captive Land Holdings II, doing business as Lakeshore Electric Corporation, located at 5 Hemisphere Way, consisting of 7.46 acres of the same parcel, permanent parcel number 814-07-001, and authorizing execution of that agreement and declaring an emergency.
Again, it's our wish to put that on second reading. Motion for such by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Reports, Mr. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Just want to touch on something that has been in the media quite a bit over the last few months, and some steps that we've been taking in regards to the uptick in auto thefts. There have been a rash throughout many Northeast Ohio communities, as well as neighboring counties. New car dealerships, used car dealerships, as well as just residents' automobiles. We have been actively patrolling throughout the evening hours, as well as daytime hours, weekends, Auto Mile, Broadway, Rockside. We have actually deterred a couple of incidents. Our officers have been doing a tremendous job communicating with their colleagues in other cities as well, who are facing some of the same challenges. I also want to mention that the recent installation of the flock cameras are also helping provide a deterrent. But there's also the items that all of us need to just keep in mind as well, in making sure that we're locking our vehicles in the evenings. As well as, I want to give kind of a quick shout out to Sarah Lloyd in our police department. Sarah took the initiative of contacting Kia USA and Honda Hyundai Corporation, and we did receive 160 wheel locks at no cost, and those are being made available to Bedford residents. If you go on our website or the police department or City of Bedford social media pages, there's details on how you can stop up here and get one of those for free if you own one of those vehicles, and those are Kia and Hyundai specific vehicles. Shout out to Sarah for taking that initiative, and just wanted to let everyone know that we are actively patrolling and making sure that, we limit, we always say one theft is too many here. And we want to make sure that, we're letting those know that we're out and not to do that in our town. Want to mention our new building commissioner will be starting next Monday on the 27th. So we'll be making introductions over the coming weeks. Mr. Michael Greer is joining us from Fairview Park, and he'll do a tremendous job. Also want to touch on just a friendly reminder and let individuals know we are sending out grass notices, friendly reminder notices, and what we do is we utilize our water department billing to determine, it's our best way of identifying specifically those vacant houses, empty houses that may be owned by a bank. Those properties with 0 to minimal water usage will receive a letter. Now, I understand that we do have individuals that live in homes by themselves. We do have some seniors that use very little water that may receive that letter. You're not in trouble. You're probably already taking care of your property. But this is the best way that we've seen works to try to get those notices out ahead of time. So those will be going out in the next 30 days as grass will start growing. And I also want to mention and give credit again to police department, specifically our night shift, working on some of those quality of life issues, our parking violations, the evening parking, on-street parking, parking on the lawns. We are on pace to more than double the amount of parking citations that we've issued in the previous year. I think we're over 320, 340 that have been issued so far. Obviously, we wish we didn't have to do that, but those that are concerned about those, our officers are out there. We are issuing citations, and rest assured that we'll continue to do so and try to remediate that. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Law Director.
Thank you, no report tonight.
Thank you. Madam Finance Director.
I have no report tonight either, thank you.
Okay. Before we get into the council reports, I just want to make a statement that in our work session, we took a informal poll on whether we want to pursue changing our animal ordinance, and with a 5-2 vote, we decided we do not want to change that ordinance. So we will not be allowing chickens in the city of Bedford at this point. Who's first?
Asbury.
Mr. Asbury, you're up first.
Thank you, Mayor. Sorry, chicken people. Happy first day of spring. Mike, chipper service, you'll be starting pretty soon. April? Next month, April. So get your sticks and twigs and limbs all tidied up and ready for us. This has been a really bad year. I think I've seen more limbs and tree branches down than I've ever seen before.
So get those ready, and we'll get them all cleaned up starting in April. Also in April, April 17th to the 21st, April 24th to the 28th, at the Service Department, a computer roundup and hazardous waste disposal. More information to come at the next meeting, but get your things ready for that. You can go on to the, where did I see that, city's webpage and get more information on what is acceptable. Mike, I haven't been down there this weekend. Was there any change in the Spectrum lines on Mapledale?
No, I do not believe those were removed yet. And we'll reach out to them as well. I know that I shared that it wasn't First Energy's,
Right.
and they're unable to touch Spectrum's lines, even though they're on their own poles. But I'll double check again in the morning, and if they are, we'll follow up again.
Thank you. Also like to mention the Easter egg hunt, Saturday, April 1st. That's put on by the Parks and Rec Department. Bearcat Stadium, Bedford residents 12 and under. Gates open at 9:45 and the hunt starts at 10 a.m. sharp. Also, let me pull up this picture real quick. The 22nd and the 23rd, which is Wednesday and Thursday of this week, the Parks and Recreation Department are having individuals down giving free tax assistance. For those individuals that qualify, you must be a Bedford resident, earn less than $60,000 per year, no rental income, and no business loss filings or paid employees. Again, Wednesday, March 22nd from 10 to 3, Thursday, March 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. Contact the Parks and Rec Department for an appointment, 440-735-6570. I believe that should do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Saunders?
Yeah, I just have a couple quick questions for the city manager, Mike. Have we heard from ODOT about the Northfield Road Bridge construction yet? Because originally they were scheduling it for March, and March is waning away pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't have a start date yet, but I believe it's probably going to be latter part of May. But once we get something specific, I'll let you know. We have not had a pre-con with them. Our last communication was we authorized them to utilize the access road through the cemetery. In return, they will be repaving that roadway at no cost to the city.
Okay, and the second question, have we set a date yet when we're gonna start the water line replacement on Ennis and Harriman?
No, we reached out to Fabrizi and we requested a pre-con for that. And at that point, we'll hopefully give them the notice to proceed. They have all the materials, all of that was acquired throughout the winter. So as soon as I get that meeting, I will provide an update for you.
Okay, because they're gonna be using a temporary water line through those areas when they're doing it, so.
Correct, yeah, it's one of the reasons why we didn't start sooner. That bypass with the freezing weather, it
Right.
wouldn't work. So hopefully in the next couple months we'll start.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Spinks?
Happy first day of spring. You can tell it was the day before yesterday when we had the snow, and Saturday when it was so cold, but, want to say big thank you, to, everybody that helped out. We had the, Bedford Historical Society reverse, raffle, this weekend. Just thank you to everybody that donated and showed up and helped. I forgot to mention someone that was a big help, which was Don Saunders' son, Matthew. Relay to him, thank you, Matthew, for doing all the heavy lifting while
It
you
was
were
my
doing
son
lunch.
Andrew, not bad.
Andrew, that's the other one. Andrew, sorry. Andrew. I was thinking of both.
Yeah.
So thank you for Andrew. He got those heavy sideboards up while his dad watched him and supervised. But thank you to your son for doing that. I forgot as the night went on, I was kind of tired. But it was a very, very successful. Our next big event that's coming up will be in May, will be our membership dinner. And that's Thursday, May 4th. And that will be in Oakwood at their rec center. Our rec center did shine. We had people that were from all over the place. And either the council people from Oakwood were talking about how nice our cedar was. They hadn't been in it in a while, and it looked real nice. And we had 120 people. It's a little tight, but we had still plenty of room for everybody to get around, and it was a very good event. And again, thank you everybody that helped out with that. It was a much needed fundraiser that we needed this year. Crespo, finally Dominion is done with the gas line replacements. They're not done with the cleanup and all that. Mike, do we have kind of a timeline?
The restoration work will probably take place later this spring when the weather's officially broke, for them to do the planting and any other repairs that have to be made.
The sidewalks look excellent. The residents are really happy about that because they kind of got lucky at some of the really, really bad ones is where they had to dig. There was only one left that was really in bad disrepair that they didn't get because they didn't need to dig there. But it took them a little while, but the residents are happy with the outcome. And they were very polite to all the residents and stuff about letting them know, tagging and when they were going to be doing, digging up their yard and replacing it. So they were happy with that. End of report.
Thank you. Mr. Janutus.
No report.
Thank you. Mr. Fluharty.
I have no report tonight either.
Okay. Mr. Smith.
Just like to say good evening. Also like to give Sarah a shout out as far as taking upon herself to get the not really anti-theft devices, but clubs as they were known. But thanks for doing that. But I also need to mention that only Kias and Hyundais that are key start are eligible for those clubs. The push button starts aren't affected by the rash of thefts. So once again, just remember, if you do have a key start, you will not be able to acquire a club, only key start vehicles. In the report.
Thank you. Let's just get on with business here then. Ordinance number 2323.
Amending ordinance number 10,03322, making additional appropriations for current expenditures of the city of Bedford during the year 2023 and declaring an emergency.
I have a motion for suspension by Saunders, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Motion for third and final by Spinks, second by Fluharty. Jen?
Yes. So this is the first budget amendment of the year, amending the ordinance that was passed in December of last year. This appropriation ordinance includes mainly reappropriation of grants and projects. In the general fund, there were some movements of funds within the departments from the building department, engineering department, tax department. I could not make those movements of monies without council approval. As well as we have an increase in liability insurance that we need to budget for of $30,000. And a $70,000 increase for IT services and a firewall that's needed for City Hall. In the Community Development Fund, we need to reappropriate the funds for the CDSG funds we received to replace the pool house roof for just under $50,000. In the SEAL Fund, we're appropriating carryover funds from the SEAL drug LEF and burn grants in the amount of $881,000 and $253,000 increase for the grants received that SEAL received for their ARPA grant. In the grants fund, various grants and donations for the police and fire department, running up to $60,000 is being reappropriated, as well as the recreation department received 2 new grants this year, one for just under $60,000 and another one for $15,000. We were appropriating for those, and also the NOPEC grant for the funds received last year and this year. sorry, this is long, there's a lot of changes here. In Fund 214, this is the fire medic fund, there's an increase for the SAFER grant. This grant is paying for 2 additional fire paramedics for our city for the next 3 years. In 217 fund, the ARPA fund, we're increasing for the pool house renovation, and that's $500,000, and $640,000 for the Broadway Avenue roadway improvement project. In the capital projects fund, $265,000 are already approved for the pool house renovation. $677,000 increase in the Broadway Avenue roadway improvement, and $90,000 for the purchase of the 890 Broadway that was just approved last meeting. In the water fund, we recently approved the Lincoln water line project engineering for $78,500, appropriating for that. And then the wastewater fund, increasing the $90,000 budget for the purchase that was just approved of the Rover basic system as the mainland camera. And then finally, in the seal unforfeited fund, appropriating $1,166,000 for the years of 2020 to 2023 unforfeited funds. I'm hoping not to have another amendment for a little bit. I'm trying to pare down the number of amendments if possible.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 24-23.
Call me.
Oh, Smith, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You don't have your bow tie on, do you?
That's the
Right.
Okay. Did you vote?
Yes.
Okay. Ordinance number 24-23.
This is authorizing and directing the city manager to enter into a contract with Trojan Technologies for improvements to the ultraviolet disinfection system at the wastewater treatment plant and declaring an emergency.
Have a motion for suspension. Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final by Saunders, second by Asbury. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. The ultraviolet disinfection system is approximately 11 years old. This includes lamps, rows of lamps in this unit. The last time, about 3 years ago, we did replace one of the banks of lamps, and we are now looking to replace an additional bank of lamps. Trojan Technologies is the sole source provider of the OEM parts for this piece of machinery. And this was a budgeted item for 2023.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 25-23.
Authorizing a contract with Cintas Corporation for the rental and cleaning costs for facility service supplies for multiple city buildings, including mats and garments for the service department and wastewater personnel, and declaring an emergency.
Motion for suspension by Smith, second by Saunders. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final. Spinks, second by Fluharty. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. The Cintas number that did come in, Cintas is a Omnia participating public agency. Their contract is 222886, which allows the city to lock in at this price, which was bid through another agency. Basically, the breakdown is, the majority of this is for uniforms for various union personnel, as which Law Director identified, Service Department, wastewater, water, cemetery, Parks and Recreation. That is out of the roughly $51,000, $33,998 is of that.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 26-23.
26, amending ordinance number 9961-22 to provide for continuing membership in the Ohio Municipal League Joint Self-Insurance Pool, providing for payment thereof and declaring an emergency.
A motion for suspension by Asbury, second by, Saunders. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final by Fluharty, second by Spinks. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. The city has been a member of the OMLJSI pool since 1993. They have been in operation since the late 80s. There's a large pool of municipalities that put in, and obviously in order to get a reduced costs. We did budget, we're last on a 3-year cycle. Our contract was 3 years annually. It was roughly $220,000. This insurance covers facilities, equipment, staff, a wide range of items. Obviously, there were cost increases, which is the new quote that came in. A lot of that was based on disasters that had happened, flooding incidents, and obviously replacement costs have gone up. Our costs did go up approximately $30,000 each year for the next 3 years. But what that is primarily linked to is it has taken, the pool has identified all of our facilities, municipal complex, courts, wastewater, service, Ellenwood, all of that. And they previously had a value, a replacement value on it at approximately $50 million. After reevaluating that, they increased that by approximately 10, actually it was just under $11 million, and that is where that increased cost is associated with. They have been great partners of the city, as we've been with them, like I said, since the early 90s. I can speak for over the last 10 years, they've been outstanding, even during some of the challenges where they have stood by us in court and worked with us. So we recommend continuing this relationship for the next 3 years.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 27-23.
Amending ordinance number 986221, authorizing the purchase of one Concord Nor'easter MPS 1055 CS heavy-duty chassis mounted multi-purpose granular material spreader and a heavy-duty municipal power angling snow plow to the State of Ohio term schedule contract number 800860, index number ST515, and declaring an emergency.
A motion for suspension by Spinks, second by Fluharty. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final by Smith, second by Saunders. Mike?
Thank you, Mayor. This is this, as Law Director mentioned, is amending an ordinance from 2021 where council authorized the purchase of all of the equipment, chassis, plow, everything for a new salt truck. We obviously, the fact that we're amending this, we have still not received that. We were recently contacted by the company that received the state bid, and they provided us with updated costs. as now we will be receiving, excuse me, the 2023 instead of a 2021. What that means is the old total was $66,941.11, and there was a new quote that is provided. We're going to be getting into the next ordinance as well, so I'm kind of just going to explain it. If we chose to only pursue one of these salt trucks, which the next ordinance talks about the 2022 that we ordered and still haven't received, if we backed out on one of those, the increase to a single truck chassis and equipment would go from $66,000 upwards to $90,000, almost a $24,000 increase. By agreeing to continue to move forward, and we are next in line to get these things outfitted, by agreeing to amend this ordinance along with the next ordinance, which reflects our purchase of the chassis, plow, spreader, all of that for the next truck of 2022, we would see a total increase for both of those be $34,807.75. We did just receive the actual vehicle for this piece. It's a 2021. A 2023. We expect the next one to be here later this year, which would also be a 2023, although we were told that if it wasn't available, they would provide a 2024. These are the state numbers. They have gone up. There has been delays due to supply chain. These were budgeted for minus the increase that both of these ordinances combined would equate to.
Question, if we have to get a 24 versus 23, will they honor this contract?
They told us they would honor that contract because we'd be receiving it
So we
this
don't
year.
have to increase? for-
Yes, we would be receiving this, that piece this year. Good
Good,
question.
good.
Thank you.
Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Ordinance number 28-23.
Amending ordinance number 996322, authorizing the purchase of one Concord Nor'easter MPS 1055 CS heavy-duty chassis mounted multi-purpose granular material spreader and a heavy-duty municipal power angling snowplow through the state of Ohio term schedule contract number, the different contract number 800925, index number STS 515, and declaring an emergency.
Sound like an auctioneer.
I'm sorry, I didn't go that way.
Can I have a motion for suspension by Saunders, second by Smith? Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. Motion for third and final by Spinks, second by Fluharty. Saying what you just talked about?
Correct.
The second truck.
Correct. This was the ordinance that City Council originally approved in 2022.
Thank you. Call the roll, please.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janudis,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes. And now we come to the hearing of citizens. If you wish to speak, please come forward, state your name, your address, and your comment.
Jeff Duber, 130 Heron. I received a text from an ex-resident asking about a new business in Bedford. Beware the Lavish Lounge.
It's not I am aware that is not happening.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't get into the details of that, but that's, Actually, I believe the owner of the building, who I did speak to, he was in the process of evicting them. I think what you're referencing, a photo that was out there, that is not taking place.
Okay.
Yeah. I can assure you that.
Thank you.
Saunders, 137 Santon Circle. I got some questions. The pickup for limbs, you want us to hang, my understanding is we have to put them literally vertical of the sidewalk so they can pull and pick them up.
Yeah, you put the cut end, the big end toward the curb,
Okay.
because that's how they load them into the machine.
Okay, and if I have long ones, which I do have some long ones, do I need to cut them up? Based on the length, even though they're within diameter, some of them might be 20 feet long, and is it okay if I pull them over there, it'll be crossing the sidewalk? That's my concern.
Yeah, or if you can lay them long ways on the,
Yeah, you can still lay a
Tree
long
lawn,
ways on the
too.
tree lawn.
Okay. And another question there, for 2021, for tax documentation, if we need to do a tax return for 2021, does that have to go to Rita on that? And if so, can I just mail my W-2s to them?
For 21, the one that was,
21.
that was due in April of this, of
Yeah.
22, that one you can submit here to our office. 22 in Newer, go to, and send to Rita.
Yeah, that was one in which mine was kind of cut in half, so actually I spoke with you about it, and luckily they broke it up so that it was even, but I didn't fill it out because it was too confusing. Okay, so I can send the W-2s to Bedford and to Rita, and you guys can fight it out?
Send the 21 to Bedford and the 22 to Rita.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
thank you. Anyone else? Seeing none, they have a motion for adjournment by Saunders, second by Asbury. Call the roll, please. I'll wait for the machine to catch up.
Asbury,
Yes.
Saunders,
Yes.
Spinks,
Yes.
Janutus,
Yes.
Fluharty,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Cochee.
Yes.